Welcome to the Celebrating Women podcast, co-hosted by Mandee Montana and Ashley Fisher, a podcast that celebrates women, their issues, their thoughts, their lives, conversations that celebrate their gifts, their talents, their courage. It's the Celebrating Women podcast. Presented by Hand & Stone Massage and Facial Spa in Tyler, Texas. Hey, it's Mandee Montana, and you know I love Hand & Stone. It's where I go to relax and take care of the majority of my skincare needs. And today I've got Sarah with me. Sarah, there is an amazing Black Friday special coming very soon, right?
Yes. Coming up for the holidays.
Tell me all about it, girl.
All right. So our members, you can purchase 3 gift cards for $139.90. So that's only $46 per service. So that is our cheapest rate of the entire year. Members can purchase as many gift cards as you want.
Ooh.
So you can keep them for yourself. You can gift them away. They make an amazing gift.
Yes.
Our non-members, so they are limited to only 2 sets, but you can purchase 2 gift cards for $119.90. So that's still cheaper than our member rate per month at only $59.95 per service.
That is incredible. And if somebody was like, hey, sounds like I need to be a member because I want unlimited gift cards, they could take care of that too.
Absolutely.
Okay, incredible. So I take advantage of this pretty much every year. I'm on some kind of list. In November, I get a phone call from you guys to remind me. Are you doing that again?
We are. So our pre-sales do start November 1st. We'll write your name down and how many sets of those gift cards that you want. And we'll verify the last 4 digits of the card that you do want to charge that to. We'll give you a reminder text before we do charge, but we charge them right before Thanksgiving so you can pick them up.
Perfect. Okay, so if somebody wants to be on that pre-order list like me, what number do they call and what do they need to ask for?
So call 903-345-6051 and just call and ask to be on the pre-sale list for the gift cards.
Perfect. Give me that number one more time.
903-345-6051.
Welcome back to the Celebrating Women podcast. I'm Ashley Fisher.
I'm Mandee Montana, and we have a very special guest today. We have Alyssa Alare, chair of Mistletoe and Magic.
Yay, hi.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, I'm so excited because I, coming in this morning, knew that we were speaking with Alyssa. But then I was like, hey, tell me more. And because that's just how we roll sometimes. And then Mandee said, Alyssa Alare. I said, are you kidding me? Because Alyssa and I go way, way back. We went to elementary school together. We lived on the same street forever. So this is such a treat. So good to have you. Good to see you.
Super fun. And I'm just getting to know you from joining Junior League and being on the committee for parties and events. And I've really enjoyed being on Mistletoe. You've done an amazing job as chair. And I know you picked some really great sub chairs too. It's a big production. And I just thought it would be really fun to have you come in because this episode will kind of air for the first time about a week ahead of Mistletoe to talk a little bit about the event and some of the fun things that are going on. I mean, we know there's general market shopping. I think most people are familiar with that part of it, but we're bringing some things back and we've added some new things for the public to come check out. And so I thought it would be fun to talk about some of that. And it's the season, right? It's Christmas time.
We're getting into the season. There's a lot of new stuff this year. It's going to be really fun.
What are you most excited about?
Oh, I'm probably most excited about bringing back Preview Party this year. I think we haven't had it in the past, 3 or 4 years, and I think people have missed it. So it's, going to be a little bit more casual. You can bring your husbands, food, music, drinks, the holiday spirit, shopping.
A live band?
It'll be a fun time. A live band, yes.
So what does that look like? Because I have, confession, lived in Tyler my entire life. I've been to Mistletoe one time.
Ashley.
I know. I'm working on it. And I loved it when I went. But so explain to me what that is.
Sure. So it's, the Junior League of Tyler's largest fundraiser.
Yeah.
So this is our 45th year doing it. We've had a few venue changes recently, and so we're in a brand new space this year, which means we can have even more merchants, which are the people that come build their booths and let us shop, and a lot of them are from out of town, so that's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's new stuff that you maybe haven't seen before, all different, areas of shopping. There's food, there's clothing, there's men's good, children's toys,
fun,
all kinds of stuff.
Fun. So, the preview, what does that look like?
So Preview Party is Wednesday night, and it's it's basically like a sneak peek. It's a fun party to kick off the event. First chance to see the space, the decorations, the merchants, really everything.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
People dress up their holiday festive or
Yes.
cocktail attire. There's
Love
a live
that.
band, there's drinks, it's been one of my favorite parties of all the like nonprofit parties that people put on over the years. The reason to get dressed up and go out, this one has been my favorite over the years. I love it. I was so glad we were bringing it back.
Yeah,
Fun.
it's a really fun way to just get in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay. All right. On my list.
I'll see you there.
I can tell you where to get tickets.
I know. Well, okay, because I know for years it was held at Harvey. Harvey's gone under a complete facelift. So where is it this year?
So this year, Harvey is no longer.
Yeah.
So it's in the place of the old Harvey Hall, and it's the WT Berkshire Conference Center.
Okay.
So they just finished it up this year. It's all brand new, very nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
Even more reason to come on out.
Yeah, come see the new building.
Well, fun. Okay. All right. I'm on.
You're on board.
I'm on board.
So that's kind of the first night that people can come check it out. And then general market shopping and some other like private shopping events start to happen on Thursday, right?
Right, and they run through Saturday.
Fun. So if someone wanted to come take advantage of like the private shopping event, if they don't want to be in the mix with all the kids and all the
For sure.
the kind of, I don't know, it just gets really busy on Saturday afternoon, which is wonderful. We want you to come.
Right.
But if you
If you need to buckle down and do your Christmas shopping.
yeah, come early. What does that look like?
So Thursday morning, we have a private shopping morning. So we've got yummy pastries by Great Harvest, coffee, and it's just, like she said, a more intimate shopping experience.
That sounds good.
You pay a little bit more to come in early ahead of the crowds.
Yeah.
But I worked that shift last year, and the ladies that were there seemed to be having a really good time. And they did a lot of shopping.
I mean, how could you not? Early morning shopping with a pastry and a cup of coffee in your hand? That sounds like a mother's dream.
Yes.
A little time to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. And then Thursday night, we're doing something new, right? Cocktails and cheer?
Yes. So Anna Catherine Schultz, who is the owner of Tuesday Takeout here in town, she's going to be doing some live cooking demonstrations for us.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So some fun little things you might be able to add to your holiday menus. I think she's doing a cocktail, an appetizer, and an entree.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So she'll have that. She's going to give out recipe cards. And then we'll have some festive music to go along with it.
Well,
I know, right?
I mean,
It's going to be
There's
so
an
much
event
fun.
for everyone.
It sounds like it. And I think the thing, for those of us who are born and raised in Tyler and have been here since forever, there's so many people that forget, like, right in your own hometown, you don't have to go to Dallas. You don't have to go to these bigger areas. There's a lot of really amazing family-oriented and adult-oriented things that you can do for the holidays that I love that we're getting to shed light on, because it's such a good opportunity to, I don't know, just feel a part of your community and to enjoy the holidays in your own hometown. There's
Definitely.
just something really special about that.
And we can talk more about the fundraising and where all that goes in just a minute. But like she said, there is really something for everyone because like Friday morning, there's another opportunity to come in and kind of have a special experience. Is it?
Sarah Bray West.
Yeah.
She
Another
also,
name I know.
Right. She went to high school here with us.
Yeah.
And I mean, has really done so well for herself.
She has, yeah.
Has been an editor at several magazines. She started her own company, Sarah Bray Bermuda, with these fabulous sun hats.
Yes.
And so she's going to come and join us. She's going to give us a little talk and have a pop-up shop, and then we have more of a full brunch that day. So Montez Brothers are catering that, and their food is always delicious.
Yep.
Mimosas, Bloody Marys. So it's
Okay.
another fun morning.
I know,
of
Check.
shopping.
I need tickets for all the events.
I know, right? I know. I will be there for all of them. So come see me.
So will I.
Okay. All right.
So that's going to be fun. And then Friday night is Girls' Night Out.
Yes, Girls Night Out is a new event this year. We're really excited about it. So Another thing we haven't had in a long time is a women's style show. I think, they used to be really popular. We used to have multiple during the week of Mistletoe and Magic, but have kind of strayed away from that. And Potpourri House has been generous enough to help us kind of bring that back this year.
Nice.
So Potpourri House will be doing a style show for us, and then we will have a beautiful charcuterie spread and wine donated by Rowdy Creek Ranch. So it'll be a fun night just to go out with your girlfriends.
That's fun.
They've asked me to MC, so I will be there. Yes.
So she'll make it even better.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. But I think we've got about 30 league members or sustainers that are coming to be our models. So
that's
there'll
fun.
probably be some familiar faces that you can come and support. So it's a fun night to grab a couple girlfriends and come out and support your friends. It'll be doing something they don't normally do.
A little out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then Saturday morning is sold out.
Yes.
Breakfast with Santa.
Which I'm so excited.
It happened so fast.
Yeah, this was an event that before it was even my year, I kind of, had it in my mind as something I wanted to add in. So we're doing Breakfast with Santa. And like Mandee said, we sold out.
A couple days.
A few weeks ago, we
Santa
sold out.
goes like hotcakes.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be super fun. We'll have Santa and Mrs. Claus. They'll read a story. We'll have breakfast, pictures.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then afterwards...
Are there pop-up shops Saturday?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. An additional pop-up market all day on Saturday. So that's a chance to shop an additional 14 vendors.
Oh, wow. So different than the ones that have been there before?
So it'll be all the ones that are there all week and an additional 14.
Nice. Okay, so that's why Saturday is such a big shopping day.
Yes. And then we've got Come and Go children's event all day as well. So you can come and get a professional picture with Santa that day with Elizabeth Thacker. We've got a little children's craft area, milk and cookies. Yeah,
That's
so it's
so
a fun day to bring
fun.
the whole family out, really.
I love that.
I know, right?
This makes my heart happy. I don't know. This year for me, we were talking off mic how, just in the other room, I've got my Christmas set up for Christmas photos. And this year, though, in a different way, because my kids are getting bigger, it's just so on my heart. Like, I don't want to just be focused on the to-do list. I really want to be focused on making memories with my kids. And so having an opportunity like this in our own backyard is just so okay, good, thanks. Because I want them to have those memories and those, there's just nothing better than getting a little dressed up and feeling that Christmas spirit. And, I don't know, it's just and it's neat that we have a community that is so driven in making these events so beautiful. So thank you so much for what you've done. Because I know with everything you've got going on, this is a lot.
It is. But like you said, it's something that I mean, Tyler's a special place. We've got a lot of really generous and kind families, people, businesses, and so we all, want what's best for our families and kiddos, and so it's fun to do it for them.
Yeah.
And it is festive and fun, and like Alyssa mentioned early, it is the biggest fundraiser of the year for Junior League. And one of the things that I've learned, last year I was a provisional, so this is my first year active. I've learned so much about the history of the league and where the money goes and how well it's taken care of. And I mean, Ashley, I was blown away when I learned that we're on a 3-year financial cycle. So the money that we give to our partner agencies this year was raised
3 years ago?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So there's never any gap. We know how much we have, and it's very well taken care of and looked after. And it's such a remarkable group of women. And I have just been so impressed by them. And how many people are on our committee for Mistletoe? It's a lot of hands and feet and hearts and minds.
Yeah. We've got 35 people just on the Mistletoe and Magic committee this year. So
yeah.
It's a lot of hands, and everybody has a big job.
Yeah. We do. And we want to make it special. And I mean, I don't know if you want to say amounts or not, but I know it raises a substantial amount each year, like maybe north of 100,000.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, our goal this year is to raise $300,000 for our community. So
then that money turns around and goes into various partner agencies. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that works? Because I know it's different than just directly funding a nonprofit, because we're serving as volunteers too, right?
Right. So, like Mandee said, we've got kind of a 3-year cycle. So we have a whole committee that is dedicated to going through grant applications that these nonprofits submit to us. And then there's a whole group of people that sift through them and decide who best fits our mission, which is supporting women, children, and the elderly here in Smith County. So after going through those grant applications, we narrow it down. They tell us specific projects and how much money they're requesting to do that project. And if it's something that we support, then we allocate certain funds to them. So we're making sure that this money that's fundraised is going directly towards these specific projects and not, it doesn't get lost in maybe paying an electric bill or someone's salary.
Yeah.
It's going to a direct purpose,
That's
which is a good feeling, knowing that your money is going to something very specific and special.
Yeah, very meaningful.
And then we have league members that do things like, I'm just thinking of our meeting Tuesday night and some of Nicole's shout outs that go and they wrap presents at the Children's Advocacy Center. That's the placement that she chose and how she wanted to volunteer with the league. I'm volunteering with Mistletoe. I'll do a few other things probably throughout the year because I can. But that's the placement she chose. And so I'm trying to think of who it was. I think it was Lindsay Solomon. But that's, isn't that a lovely thing to be your service for the year?
Yeah. Not only are we fundraising, but we're also volunteering for these agencies. So we're giving them hands too.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that honestly sounds like, can you get much better than that?
I know.
I mean, family-oriented opportunities, girls' nights out, and all while contributing to some really amazing agencies and places that need some help. And I think that's fantastic. I just think I always marvel at things like this, because I'm like, who was smart enough to think of all of this in such a way that benefits literally everybody, benefits the person going just to want to be at the event, and then it benefits all of these outliers that you might not know about, except now you do. I just think that's brilliant. I love it.
Are there any organizations that you want to highlight that are maybe some of our partner agencies, Alyssa, that maybe somebody might not think of directly when they think of the league?
We have a brand new one this year that we're supporting that it really touched my heart when I was listening to their presentation with their grant application. They're called the Gold Network of East Texas. And so they go on to support families and children right here in East Texas that are fighting childhood cancer. And that's, it's just sad. No one should have to go through that. So it just, their presentation really, was heavy on my heart. And
they're a beautiful thing. We had Shelby Skiles on, months ago, and she told her story about her daughter who battled cancer and lost that battle. And so that is such an opportunity to touch the lives and hearts of these families who have had to deal with the unimaginable. So,
Yeah, so we've got, that's a brand new one. And then we've got, several that we've supported for years, like the Children's Advocacy Center, Habitat for Humanity, Meals on Wheels. And then we've got a few kind of projects that the Junior League has actually started. One of them is called Girl Power. And so, it's actually coming up in January. And so it's empowering middle school girls to, feel strong and confident in their own skin. And it's a great event that we help fundraise so that we can put it on.
Yeah.
And then Care Closet is another one, which I think you said you had someone on for.
We just briefly mentioned it. She just mentioned, she works at Stanley's, Nora.
Yeah.
And so she mentioned that Stanley's was supporting the league this month by accepting donations and doing their roundup event. So you can round up your ticket to the next dollar amount and it comes to the league.
Love that.
And, well, specifically Care Closet.
Yeah. And so Care Closet helps to provide toiletries or, some essentials to nurses' office at elementary and I think now middle schools.
I think so too.
In our area, a lot of those things like nurses and teachers, they're paying for out of their own pockets.
All the time. I remember.
And so, we're just trying to help make that a little easier for them to provide to students when they need a little help.
Yeah. This time of year, y'all, with teachers, they're always aware of the needs of their students, but this time of year, it becomes so apparent when you see a kiddo coming in with a torn up pair of shoes that don't fit anymore or pants that are way too short. And it's, there are angels in the classrooms all over the place. I even saw someone online the other day asking like, hey, I have a kid. She's about these sizes. I just want to, so again, being part of this is such it can be very easy to get caught up in the consumer part of this time of year. And I think being mindful of ways to still consume, because that helps, but to do it in a way that can give back.
Like mistletoe.
Like mistletoe. I mean, honestly, it's just a perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
So,
and a good lesson to teach, our kiddos that, hey, it's fun to receive, but it's also fun to give.
It is fun to give. And I think it's more fun, anymore. The older I get, I'm just like, and I don't even need it to have my name on it. I don't even need someone to know that I'm the one that I just think that it is it's just a blessing to be a blessing when you can, in any way you can, small, big, in between.
For sure.
Right.
I have some teacher friends. One of them's actually she's the registrar. So she sees a lot of different kiddos at one of the elementary schools here. And she was just telling me about that she and 3 other teachers will go and round up some money and they'll go buy for these kiddos that they see, like exactly what you described, Ashley, that just their family just might not have it right now, and I was like, can I contribute? I don't need my name on it, but can I give you $100 and just let you, because I know where it's, but I know where it's going,
it's
right?
going to a good place.
And I know their hearts. And so it's when you see those opportunities, it's hard not to say, can I? Can I find some money and give it to you? Because I didn't think of that, but I want to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's part of why I like being on the league, is all these other people, like you said, Ashley, have been aware and seen these needs. And maybe I didn't know anything about it, There are agencies I had never heard of that we support and fund that now it's okay, I really appreciate that we see them.
Yeah.
And we help fund them.
Yeah.
And there's so many here. I
mean, and I'm sure it's daunting.
A great problem to have, right?
Yes.
I mean, we've got so many people that are out there trying to help and give.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
How many did we see at community coordinating last year? I want to say it was upward of 50, maybe, different presentations.
They definitely get at least that many, if not more, applications. And
they come in and present for 15 or 20 minutes.
An all day.
Yeah.
Back-to-back presentations for a full day.
Yeah. And they, tell us those specific projects they want us to fund. And then, like she was saying, there's a whole committee that says, okay, does this meet our mission? And I'm sure from the girls that I talked to, it's a really hard decision-making process.
So hard.
I'm sitting here thinking I would not want to be on that.
Yeah, it's a tough committee to be on.
I'm a bleeding heart. I'd be like, we can find a way to do it all.
And there's a lot of organizations, like she's saying, that are notable that other people contribute to and things. So, we do contribute to some of those, but one of the things I noticed last year that I liked was we were contributing to some, basically startup nonprofits
That's
that were
incredible.
Serving some niche groups that maybe got lost in the shuffle. I think it's there's a group I don't remember the name. Is it? But they help with autistic.
The
kiddos?
Neurodivergent Advocates of East Texas. Yes, they're another new one that we started funding this year, and they do some really great stuff too. I mean,
amazing.
It's hard to pick.
It is hard to pick. That was just, it struck me because I was like, I'm so glad somebody sees them. I know there are other organizations out there too, but sometimes the bigger the organization, the harder it is
to get lost.
To focus and laser focus in on families. Sometimes, like you're saying, you do have electric bill and you do have rent and you have all these things that, and maybe a board or maybe a lot of executive team that has to be funded. All of that's necessary.
Yeah.
But then you have these groups of people that maybe there's 3 of them. And their mamas.
A group of moms,
Exactly. And they're just trying to take care of this one little thing. And I love that we're able to hear from them too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Alyssa, how long have you been part of the league and what has that meant to you?
Oh, I was trying to count this the other day. I'm either in my 7th or 8th year.
Wow. Wow.
But it's been really special. Like you said, we grew up with this being kind of a memory, and my mom was a part of the junior league. So it was just, I don't know, it seemed like a natural, when I moved back to Tyler, fit and way to kind of give back in a sense for, the great opportunities we had growing up. I'm trying to come up with ways I can to help give back. And
sounds like you're doing a fantastic job. A really fantastic job.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's so cool.
It is cool. It's been a pleasure to watch you lead.
Oh, well, you're sweet. Thank you.
No, I'm serious. I've been a part of a lot of different organizations and different committees and things over the years. I've been very blessed to sort of be able to help in a lot of different ways. Through my experience at the radio station, we just touched a lot of people, and some do it better than others. And I've just it's been kind of quietly watching you. You didn't know this, but I pay attention to meetings. But I think you do a really great job. And it's a lot of women in one room with a lot of opinions. And
That's a challenge.
It is a challenge, but she's done a very good job of steering meetings. They've not run over. They've not been too long. We get things done. So I think you deserve some kudos for that too.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Like you said, there's a lot of us and we all have our own talents and things we're good at and other things we aren't so good at.
For sure. I certainly have things I'm not good at. They do not really want me on the decorations committee. That would not be... We have people who are much more talented as artists than I am and good at building things, and I'll stick with parties for a while.
If I come across a little random tree, did Mandee do this one?
That could be. So I can take things down and put them away, organize those, so I'll be there for tear down for sure.
Perfect.
But that's the thing. You need, that's something that we love to talk about with this podcast is every woman has such a unique supply of giftings and talents and bents that, need to be celebrated and brought out and, and not compared, not put under that light of comparison, but just what you bring to the table is amazing and it can offer so much, so whether it be coming out again as a consumer to the event or thinking about maybe joining the league, offering those gifts and talents in a way that feels meaningful just adds some real zest and meaning to life,
Yes.
So,
yeah. Well, Alyssa, what's the best way to get more information about Mistletoe and Magic if somebody wants to get the general shopping hours or learn more about the events?
Yes. So you can just go to our website, mistletoeandmagic.com. We've got a silent auction that will go live on Thanksgiving. Any information you could want about the events, where to buy tickets, even more information about the Junior League, anybody can join.
Yeah. Yay. And there's ways to follow us on social media too, right?
Yes. We've got Mistletoe and Magic and the Junior League of Tyler both have Facebook and Instagram pages. So, they're posting a lot of good stuff right now with information, fun giveaways.
Love that. Great time to be in Tyler, Texas.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, it's just been a pleasure to get to know you and watch you lead this year. Is there anything else you want to share?
I don't think so. I'm excited to see you all there in a couple weeks.
It's going to be so much fun.
All right.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
The Celebrating Women podcast wants to hear from you. Email us a voice message to celebratingwomenpodcast@gmail.com. We would love to hear your story or the story of an incredible woman you know. Become part of the conversation on social media. Facebook.com/celebratingwomenpodcast. On Instagram, search Celebrating Women Podcast. The Celebrating Women podcast has been presented by Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa in Tyler, Texas. Book your appointment today. Stop by the spa in Cumberland Shopping Center or online at handandstonetyler.com. The Celebrating Women podcast is created and hosted by Mandee Montana and Ashley Fisher. Support the show for as little as $3 per month at celebratingwomenpodcast.buzzsprout.com or visit our show notes. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe to the Celebrating Women podcast.